wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were up top, they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
What's up, guys? Masta Styles here back with another Eternal Evolution video, and today we're going to be talking about the patch notes and of course review the new Super Breakthrough Hero. And of course the new Super Breakthrough Hero is, as you can see from the animation video in the beginning, is Pandemonium. So Pandemonium is going to get Super Breakthrough, so that makes him the second SA hero. If you don't know what SA is, pretty much Super Awaken hero. So put the combination together. It sounds for an interesting name, right? But again, Pandemonium, linchpin for the tank team, and that Awaken 7, pretty good, very tanky. Still need to work on him. Want to get him to Awaken 10 so in PvP the tanks can run through those vanguards. But again, tanks are in a sticky situation because of the energy team. So let's actually go over here to the patch notes, see what they got. Then we'll come back, we'll take a look at all the Super Breakthrough heroes, and I'll give you my strategy on how I have been leveling the Super Breakthrough heroes. All right, let's go over the patch notes. All right, so first up, they give you 500 diamonds. I guess we'll take the 500. Can't do much about that. New version update details, new heroes and hero optimizations. Added a new support hero, Pandemonium, aka Panda. The new support skill, Supersonic Impulse. 3 seconds after the start of battle begins, and every few seconds thereafter. Interesting. Pandemonium appears in the place with the most amount of enemies and slams the ground, inflicting damage equal to a percentage of max HP to all enemies around and knocking them down. So if he drops into the energy team and Miranda casts a shield, the knockdown's not going to work. Right? Following this, Pandemonium and all ally heroes enter nuclear magnetic mode, release few consecutive nuclear magnetic pulses. Wow. Each pulse dealing damage equal to a percentage of Pandemonium's max HP and knocking down the targets. All damage from this skill stop charges. Damage is instantly calculated, cannot be stopped, and can't crit, which it probably can. Sonic Impulse first enhancement. Targets hit by a nuclear magnetic pulse take more damage for the next few seconds, can stack. So Panda with Panda. Wow. Sonic Impulse second enhancement. The number of nuclear magnetic shocks is raised. New passive effect. At the start of battle, creates a defense field for a few seconds, reducing damage taken by all ally units within the field. Wow. Okay. Panda sounds interesting. They actually sound like a support, but like I say, when it comes to these SP heroes, I'm thinking about your ultimate skill, and that's predominantly there. Take a look at it tomorrow in the next video, right? New events and event optimizations, a new recruitment banner for Panda, which makes sense, right? Thing is, chances are most people are not going to summon on this banner because the next update will be the new hero. New pyramid adventure, and I'm hoping you've been saving your divine prototype tickets for this here, and this is primarily how you want to do it. And then you do your summons, try to run through the pyramid here and go to as high as you can. So nothing new there, same event. And of course the new hyperdimensional link event, it's not really new, it's returning of the hyperdimensional link, another way to get Pandemonium's memory disk. And of course, I think in the Christmas event they should give away some of these Triple S Sport Hero selection card. Should give that out, and of course one of those selectors for the memory disk. That would be pretty interesting there. And of course, we also have a new season of Guild Expedition. Interested to see if the merge server goes into effect in this one, because it was still the same cluster from last time. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. New season of Twilight Lands. Last season, I was stuck at 19-4. I made it through all the way. Let me know which chapter you want me to cover. I start at 17, so let me know down in the comments where you would want me to cover and kind of how you would want me to go about it, right? And of course, game content adjustments and optimizations. Optimize shop system. Added Emma's memory disk shard into the alternate world shop. Bug fixes. What are bug fixes? Fix the issue where the amount of HP restored by Rose's ignored debt was affected by healing reduction effects, resulting in reduced healing. I talked about this in my either the impression video or the EX30 video. I don't remember which one, but I mentioned that when she gets down to 0, she wouldn't heal through it. So I'm very interested to see if Anpu's effect would still work on her, because it says healing reduction effect, right? So gonna have to check her out there, bring her into the battle and see. I think Holy Land contract will still be up, so we could try her there. There's reducing HP there. Of course, the main culprit is Anpu, right? And to talk about that before we move on, I wanted to do a new series where I highlight a particular hero. We go through, we do it, by class, not necessarily starting with tanks, but tanks is at the top. We'll go to tanks, right? We'll talk about the hero, how to gear them, and where their strengths, weakness, all of that, PvE, PvP, where they work, and all of that. Let me know if you're interested in the top hero spotlight. So I go in, for instance, I would pick Panda, explain Panda, break down his gears, where it's good, and all of that fun stuff. But just let me know if you're interested in that series. And it's going to take me a long time to cover some of the heroes. And of course, you can also recommend what hero I could focus on next based on the class, which I will announce by the end of that video. And then based on the comments, we can go with which hero we want to go with next. And do not recommend Guan Yu, because I'm not going to go over Guan Yu, by the way. Just saying. Also, let's go over to the Super Breakthrough heroes. Of course, Emma will be added. And what's the best way to see that? Go to 1. And I just wish they would just fix this. Like, this is very annoying having this in the animation, especially when I'm trying to make my intro video. But these are the Super Breakthrough heroes here. For me, I have Emma at Super Breakthrough 3. I also, oh my goodness, have Barag at 4, Nord at 4, and Dominic is at Super Breakthrough 5. His explosion, it's not that strong. I wish the explosion was as strong as the casting, right? But let's actually go over the strategy that I've been using, because again, this is what works for me. When it comes to the alternate world shop, for me personally, obviously for free to play it may be a little bit different, but I've just been purchasing it here. I don't even focus on the Awaken heroes, right? Because for me, it's more easier for me to do it this way, right? That's the way I've been doing it, saving up my coins there and pretty much purchase whichever one I need. For this one, when Emma gets added, she's already at 3, so I don't really need to pick up 2 copies of her. I could either bring Nord to 5 or bring Barag there to 5. Or I could also save up for Panda. But the thing is, by the time Panda gets added to the shop, I will have a lot of access. So again, I'm still trying to figure out which one of these ones I want to bring to Super Breakthrough 5. And I can always push Emma to 5 too. That's also another option. But that's primarily how I've been doing it. I know for you it may be different because you want to work on the Awaken heroes and all of that fun stuff. But this is primarily how I've been doing it. But let's go back to Panda and close out the video. So with Panda now, him coming out, casting, giving everybody the magnetic pulse, right? That'll be interesting with the vanguards, since Aries also give somewhat of a pulse, right? To units that have, well, Atlas heroes. Well, actually, it didn't say Atlas heroes. It said units that have Thunder Shield. So if Panda comes out, he casts his ultimate, they get the pulse. They also gain the pulse from Aries. That'll be an interesting combination there to see how that goes. Obviously, the damage is probably not going to be that great because of the pulse. Don't know if it's working correctly. Just saying. But again, this would be interesting for Panda here. And again, like I've said before, the SB heroes themselves is like a separate entity. Yes, you can play around where here you put on, HP. And another thing I want you guys to start doing is, because a lot of these heroes are now getting super breakthrough, I think what could potentially happen is we utilize this in 3 ways. See how we have the 3 separate here? All right, so first up, we would have for him, we'll go with him, right? It would primarily be the PvE version, and then we'll have the PvP version gears here, and then here would just be super breakthrough, right? Of course, it's best if you try to get as much HP on him. I don't think necessarily accuracy may matter when it comes to the SB version, and then just leave this on whenever you're using him as a support. And of course, you can also go in when you're in, like you're in a battle right here. What you could do is, so say for instance, he's your support. Let's pull him up here. Actually, we'll use Dom for the sake of the video, right? Let's use do Dom, and see how here you could just switch it to the super breakthrough gear and then take him out, because it will be already on it, right? It should be default, and just to make sure you go into here, right? So then you'll put that, then you get out and go to whoever you want to put back in, and pretty much that way they'll already be in the super breakthrough gear. You don't have to worry about it, whether it be in PvP, right? And pretty much use it that way. It does increase the damage depending on the gears that you use, because I've tested that. And for Panda there, I think running triple HP at the bottom would be the way to go, because again, you're not going to need accuracy, because again, super breakthrough heroes, they're their own special entity. So he just says he needs max HP, so I'll just remove that helm there for just that super breakthrough set. But if you made it this far, comment down below super Awaken Panda, right? Man, I wonder if they're gonna do that to Anpu next. He could be next, right? I could see them doing that to Anpu, because he has a nice ultimate. He comes out, reduces your max HP, and of course stuns, remove invincibility, all of that fun stuff. Wow. So Anpu could be next on the list for that. The Awakening for Connor is probably going to be next year. Yeah, so I could see that happening. But again, if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button for updates, guides, tier lists, and walkthroughs. And of course, for those that are new, check out the Front of the Play series. It will be pinned here at the end of the video. And we're on the road to 2K subscribers. We can do it. I know we can. So for those that are rocking with me, let me know how you feel about the awakening of... For those that are rocking with me, let me know how you feel about the super breakthrough of Panda. Without further ado, I thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.